As I said, I sent that email to your local representatives in late February, early March. And as you could tell, I was very professional in the email, very heartfelt, very concerned. And I requested from our local representatives, each and every one of them, to respond. Would you like to guess how many of them took the time to respond? Now, it's not a trick question. And don't get me wrong. You already know what the answer is. Not one of them. Not one of them took the time to respond to very legitimate concerns about this mass surveillance system. Did I expect them to? No, I didn't expect them to. I was just trying to prove a point. And here's the point. These representatives who all voted to put all of you under a microscope, who, when the cameras are rolling, are open to a discussion and having that conversation, don't respond. That means that they don't care what you have to say about this, okay? Now, it could be argued they don't care what I have to say because they don't like me because I'm a kook. Maybe they're right. But you give it a shot. Now, I'm going to give Derek Mack some slack because he wasn't there during the city council meeting where we addressed this. But I know he got this email. I know every one of them got this email. And none of them responded. Not a go fuck yourself. Not a, ham-fisted way of justifying it. Nothing. Nada. Why? Was it because I mentioned something about the fact that you guys might be breaking the fucking law by doing this? Or that now anybody who really wants to challenge this has standing to challenge this? Again, the link for the group, Stop Flock Surveillance in Georgia, is in the description box below. But right there, I'm going to call out every one of you city council people. You could have taken the time to respond to this email, and none of you did. None of you men responded to the email. That is spineless and irresponsible. And it's just hubris filled. Because I assure you, you don't have another resident who has taken the time to really, really try to hammer the points home to you in such an articulate way. You may now after this, you may get some, hopefully. But give me a break. You guys didn't even want to respond to some very legitimate concerns. It's very, very, very telling about you guys sitting up there. It really is. And I hope that anybody who can hear this, who's listening to me rant about this, can ask themselves the same question. Why not? Why didn't they respond? Not one of them responded? Well, the story continues, and then we're going to wrap this episode up. So not too long after that, because as you could see in the email, I did send it to Chief Fisher, who I have a pleasant relationship with, as well as Edwards. There was a Warner Robins Police Department town hall meeting not long after I sent this email. And basically, city council didn't respond to me, but they knew they had a pretty good feeling that me and some other people who were upset about Flock were going to show up at this town hall meeting. So they were just going to let Fisher deal with it, right? Now, funny story. When I got there, Gloria Ruth Finney from 41 WGXA or whatever it is, she interviewed me. And just so you guys know, again, beyond the fourth wall of the play pretend government and the Netflix show that it all is a production, Gloria interviewed me about the flock system and my concerns for maybe 25 minutes. Okay. She recorded me run my mouth for 25 minutes. God bless her. Do you want to know how much of that actually went to air? Okay. Like 2 seconds. All right. So I'm sorry, but if you guys are still like getting your news from mainstream media, golly, you're really missing out. I recorded for like 25 minutes with her. And again, I don't think it was her fault. You know, she's got an editor, you know, so the editor was like, you got to cut that long-winded guy out. And that's fine. You know, whatever. At least they wanted to cover the story. But so we went to this town hall meeting, myself and other concerned and active residents who were like, we don't like this flock thing. And we know that we're the first persons to get in your face about it, but Jesus Christ, let's have a discussion. Now, the funny thing was, whenever Gloria was interviewing me, Chief Fisher pulled up behind us, right? And I got pretty good peripheral vision. I got PTSD, so I'm hyper vigilant when it comes to my surroundings. I pay attention to people a lot more than you would think. And his cell phone went up, okay? Now, here's where it gets really funny. So after the interview and all that good stuff, we all go in and we're going to go sit down at our tables. And guess who comes in? Okay. LaRonda and James Drinkard come into a town hall meeting. And I've been to quite a few of these Warner Robins PD town hall meetings, and they never show up. So it's like, these people think I'm stupid. Like, I know how it worked. Chief Fisher saw me talking to the news, and he got on his phone and he said, hey, your friend's up here and he's probably going to make a stink. You might want to come here and walk him off the cliff. Okay. And here comes LaRonda and here comes James. This is all public record. You guys, it was all the news. And I'll tell you another personal story. Again, I meant no ill will towards LaRonda and wasn't trying to make her look bad or anything like that. But as you could tell, guys, I'm talking about this for almost 2 hours now and have done hours and hours before. This is a very serious issue. Okay. This transcends pals. Okay. It really does. And I told LaRonda to her face with tears in my eyes that I was not trying to make her job harder, but that she needed to understand that no matter what people think about me, I answer to something that I know is there and that watches me. And that thing, or whatever you want to call it, is going to ask me to give an account of what I've done here. And I take that very serious. So with tears in my eyes, I told LaRonda that I'm not trying to make your job hard, but I answer to something. And you got to understand that this flock system is going to injure the weakest amongst us, because that's the truth.
Catch the full presentation on YouTube, BitChute, or Rumble. Also visit downloadedcontent.com and be sure to subscribe to the DLC newsletter to receive new and exclusive transmissions straight to your inbox. Between the lines of Genesis 6 and beyond the books of Enoch comes a tale that weaves together the tapestry of all our myths. Then Came the Flood, from author Daniel Lewis Crumpton, reveals the work of the Watchers like you've never read before. Now available wherever books are sold.